right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the next episode of the vlog. It is my last full day in New York City, which is really sad, but it is New Year's Eve, which is super exciting. We've got a big party we're going to tonight, and so we're gonna ring in the new year in style, man. But first, this morning, we're gonna do some more sightseeing, including Central Park, a couple other things in the Central Park area, and then it's party time, so come along with me. But first, I needed breakfast. I headed to Bo's Bagels in Harlem on my way to the subway and got an everything bagel with plain cream cheese. And then I took it to Central Park and found a nice little spot to enjoy it. Even though the weather was really cloudy and damp, I still had a great time walking around Central Park and just kind of wandering around and seeing all that I could see. So follow along and watch and just enjoy the beauty of Central Park as I saw it. This is the Jackie Kennedy Reservoir. When the reservoir was built in 1862, its original purpose was to provide clean water for the city. While this function is not carried out today, the reservoir does distribute water to other Central Park locations. The name was changed to the Jackie Kennedy Reservoir in 1994 because it was one of the favorite jogging spots of Jackie Kennedy when she was alive. Many beautiful views of the city can be seen as you walk around the reservoir. New York City is of course known for its many wonderful museums, and although I didn't get to go inside of any of these, it was cool to get to walk around outside and see the Natural History Museum. The Guggenheim Museum, and the Met. I also ventured out into the Upper West Side so I could see Lincoln Center, Juilliard School. So after that huge adventure through Central Park and the Upper West Side, I headed back to the Airbnb to rest up a little bit and then to change clothes because that night it was party time. So a little backstory. I absolutely love New Year's Eve. I think it's so much fun and it's so exciting. It's a time to think back and reflect on the year that you've just had, but then to also celebrate the new year that's coming and ring it in style. And one of my absolute favorite things to do on New Year's Eve is to watch New Year's Rockin' Eve from Times Square on TV. And I've always loved getting to stay up late and just watch the ball, the bright, beautiful, colorful ball, drop and light up the New Year numerals in Times Square. And just the party and the vibes and the atmosphere just seems incredible and magical. And so it was on my bucket list before I died. I wanted to be a part of that. And so that's exactly what I did. Now, instead of braving the crowds for hours and hours and hours beforehand, we decided to go to a party at the Applebee's in Times Square so we could have some food, some refreshments, some warmth, and bathrooms, and roof over our heads so we could really enjoy the night, but then still be able to be a part and watch the ball drop live. The party was a lot of fun. We got to meet a lot of cool people and make friends with people from Great Britain to New Zealand and all over the country. And everyone was just having such a good time, getting along with each other. It was just a beautiful, fun, human moment. And it's something that I will never, ever, ever forget. But of course, the most exciting and the most beautiful part was watching the ball drop. Watch with me.
59!
Come on, I make friends everywhere. Tara, God bless you. Happy New Year. I love
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And the next day, it was unfortunately time to go home. I was by no means ready to get on a plane back to Texas, but alas, I did it. But first, I made my way back to Midtown Manhattan so I could visit one more historic New York City landmark, the Flatiron Building. So, how do I sum up this trip? I don't think that there's adequate words to describe how amazing this trip was. To get a little personal with y'all for a second, some of you may know that I've really struggled the last couple of years between school and COVID, and then a lot of struggles with my mental health between anxiety, depression. It's been a lot, and it's been a lot to have to go through, especially by myself. And so this trip wasn't just a vacation. It was a celebration of all that I've gotten through, all of that I've survived these last couple years. And it was to celebrate that I did it. I got through it. I survived, and I'm on the other side. And to kind of cap off this trip with something that's been on my bucket list for years was just magical. It's an experience I'll never forget. It's a trip I'll never forget. And I'm just so incredibly thankful and blessed that this trip was as wonderful as it was. New York City, I absolutely love you. You were everything I wanted you to be and more. I absolutely cannot wait until I can come back and visit you again. And with that, that's going to conclude this New York City series. Thank you guys so much for watching and following along. If you've missed any of the episodes, feel free to find them in my channel. Or if you want to watch even more of my content, go back and watch my series from my study abroad. I got to travel to Italy, Austria, Germany, France, the UK, and so many other cool places. Go ahead and check those videos out as well. I don't know what my next visit or what my next vacation is going to be or when it's going to be, but make sure that you're subscribed and stick around so that way you can follow along on all the crazy cool places and adventures I get into. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon.